1, 0. All engine running.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Ralph William Podcast. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Cafecito!
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Excuse me, I'm choking on my coffee.
Hey, does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? I just made a fresh pot of coffee. Does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? Does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee?
Having conversations about society, one cup at a time. Coffee with RW.
Un cafecito.
Pour yourself a cup and join us.
Es un cafecito.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is Ralph William, and you can follow me on Twitter at Ralph William. You can follow my internet station on Twitter as well, WESN Radio. Check us out on Instagram, WESN.radio. Download our mobile app on your app store, Epic Strategies Network, and go to epicstrategiesnetwork.com, epicstrategiesnetwork.com. Help support our station by joining our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/WESN Radio. If you have your coffee mugs, your travel mugs, your sippy cups, your doggy bowls, if you got a beer hat, you want to drink it like that, then go ahead and do so and join me in this sip. Well, it's water now, but cafecito. Sorry, there was no sip because I'm drinking out of this damn whatever flask, and it's hard to get a good sip out of that. But I got a good gulp. We're also joined by Mama Bear from the Mama Bear Tracy Show on Wednesdays on WESN. Good morning, Mama Bear.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good. How's the weather?
It's 30 already.
What does that mean? Oh, 80. It's hot.
Sorry. Yeah, something like that. Whatever. It's too hot.
Too hot, too hot, too hot, lady. Gotta run for shelter. Gotta run for I gotta get that song. I like that song. Anyway, here's a man who needs no introductions, but for today, he gets one anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I want to welcome you to the Ralph Williams Podcast with this big, humongous
Stop.
Good morning, Steele.
It's Throwback Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. So.
Oh boy.
I thought it was going to be hard.
For real? Oh, sounds like it came in at the right time.
Yeah. Oh my God. What's up, Fair Use? How are you, sir?
Good morning. I hope you're feeling lovely today.
What's up, Fair Use?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Chilling like a villain.
If you're chilling like a
Senora
villain,
Tracy, how are you?
Your shoulders off.
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm waiting for tomorrow. Big game tomorrow, eh?
They won again last night? Good job.
Huh?
Yes,
no,
Tomorrow.
the day before. Hey, come on, the game's tomorrow.
I thought they had back-to-back games.
No, they gotta have some rest, and they gotta travel.
Yeah, they're gonna fly back.
Yeah, they gotta travel to Canada.
For those that don't know what we're talking
From
about,
Florida.
It's the Oilers versus Panthers, right? Florida Panthers.
Correct.
Yes.
So It's what? 4? No. What is it?
3-3.
3. Oh, damn! Already?
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
They have to
So
win.
this next game is it will make or break them, right?
That's right. It's the booty clincher. It's the one to get. It
I
is.
thought there was 2 more.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was 3-2.
Oh, it's
But I could be
3-2.
wrong.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to check right now to confirm and make
check.
sure we're all on the right page here.
Yeah.
See?
Because
Thank you,
man,
Chico.
that is.
Look, he goes and looks
Yeah.
without me having to ask.
I was taking a look at it yesterday because I was worried. I thought
3-2.
the game was yesterday. Yeah, it's 3-2.
You're correct. Yes.
3-2. The game is tomorrow. The Florida Panthers are leading the series, and the Edmonton Oilers are fighting their way back from being behind 3-0 and trying to pull off the impossible feat of winning the championship by being down in the series.
That
with
no
Connor
team has
McDavid.
ever
That's right.
ever done.
In hockey. That's right. And Connor McDavid leading the charge there for those big old cans. Let's go.
And you know what? You have to give them props even if they don't win
That's
as
right.
far as they've come this season.
Hell yeah.
As well.
You know what they always say? If you're not first, you're last.
Hey.
I know.
You know, everybody gets that participation trophy.
I'm proud of them.
You know, if you're not first, you're the first loser.
Speaking of a man that always comes first, what's up, Duke James from worldshopdj.square.site?
He's getting this.
Good morning, Ralph.
How are you?
Hey, what's up?
I'm doing good. Good morning, Mama Bear Fair. Sup, Steels.
Sup?
Yes.
So how's everything going, Duke?
So far, so good. I mean, I'm in the kitchen washing some dishes. About to fix some breakfast, you know.
All right.
Someone's in the kitchen with Duke. Someone's in the kitchen, I know.
Someone's in the kitchen
Who's
with
doing that? Who's doing
Dookie.
That's my...
That's your niece? Who's that?
Nephew?
Nephew?
Good talk.
You making
Good talk,
pancakes?
It was good.
Because I remember one time you told a story about making pancakes for somebody. Because I made a picture of Duke making pancakes. I can look for it now if you want to hear it. But
yeah, if you like to hear, here you go.
Here we go. But I gotta find it.
We gotta find it.
You know, I've gotten so many damn pictures on my phone here, man, messing around with you, Ralph. I mean, no diddy. It's just the fact that every time, you know, I go look for little memes, little pictures to throw out there, and it's like every time screen shooting this, capture that. Look at my phone now. I got to scroll like infinitely to get to the pictures that I need to post. I got to do some cleaning here.
Is there? Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, well, there probably is, but for those that have like that much of like, if you got like a good database of like pictures or videos, like, can you just do a search?
Yeah, I guess it depends what tool you use.
He could make an album and, you know, just go through the album of, you know, Ralph shit, you know, and they just make an album.
Yeah. There's different features that you have and different tools that are available to manage your content, like pictures and your music and things like that.
Yeah, Ralph, you know, one for your porn, one for your, you know.
Yeah.
Right. So like one of the things I want to do now is, though, since I'm going to go through all these and clean them out, I want to actually like back them all up to the cloud so that way I have them there and I can just pull it from the cloud rather than from the device, and then just save up more hard drive space on my phone. So that's what I'll do. I just dump them up on the cloud. So when you do something like that, it's pretty straightforward because you could just kind of suck them all down, basically. Just take them all in one shot and go. And so you'll just manage it from the cloud, you know, from your Google Cloud, Apple Cloud, whatever cloud you want to use. That's fine.
Right.
But then you got, like, for example, on my music files, my music collection, I've actually started to write a piece of software that'll help me manage my music library. Rather than going out and finding some software that I got to purchase, I figured, like, well, I make my own thing, bro. Screw you. I'm not paying you. Do myself.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then fair, if you if you write a good enough one, you could always put it up, and someone could always download it.
Yeah. See, that's
download
already,
it for free,
that's
and
right.
but you get it paid.
That's right. That's right. See, it's already in the works, man. I already got the website in the background set up. It's not live yet. Working on a couple different software development projects so they can be put up on the site. You know what I mean? And then that way,
GP man said LimeWire, bro.
damn, I remember them days.
Damn.
Bro, I was messing with this stuff like even before that, cuz on some real stuff.
He was the one that was putting everybody else on to a lot
I was
of
originating that stuff, bro.
that kind of stuff.
I was the only dude on AOL back in the day in the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in school because I broke my arm that so I had plenty of time to be online.
Uh-huh. What's up there, Steels? What are you crack-a-lacking over there?
You can tell he's trying to do it
pork rinds?
quietly.
Is it pork rinds? I hope it's not pork rinds.
And then he mutes himself.
Yeah, he knows.
Because I was chewing, damn it.
Why wouldn't you mute yourself when you're opening
Let's
it?
guess. Let's see. I'm trying to guess the sound.
It's not
like
pork
rappers.
rinds. It's not
They
pork
sound like
rinds.
rappers.
It's
So
not
they're-
Twinkies. I don't
are they
need Twinkies.
each-
So
Hold on. Are they each individually wrapped?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is
I
it
hear you
is it
breaking up
breakfast food?
Mm-mm.
It's
not
something
breakfast
sugary.
food.
It's definitely not breakfast food, but it's my breakfast.
It's something sugary, right?
Granola bar
Mhm.
of sorts? Cereal bar?
Ding dongs.
Bing, 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 bing. Ring ding. But ding
nice.
dong.
I didn't even know they had. You still ate those.
Mm-hmm. I eat everything. What the hell are you
Such a-
talking about?
You're such a kid.
Man, check your cholesterol, bro. No, just
But actually, what's crazy is my cholesterol is good. It's just,
yeah, it's just the
diabetic.
diabetes.
I shouldn't be eating that. Yeah.
It's the diabetes.
I shouldn't be eating it, but
Yeah.
my
If
diabetes.
it's not one thing, it's another, right?
You're the kind
Does
of
your boss know
about-
you're eating it?
You're the guy I hate.
Does my what know I'm eating it?
Your boss.
Well,
My boss? My
Your
boss could suck a
boss.
dick.
Oh,
see,
That's
this comes
not
back to
the
stealing at the
boss
job,
I'm
you know?
talking about.
that's something that he wouldn't say if the boss was there.
Listen, my
Did you
boss
just say- you just
doesn't
said
live
bitch,
with
right?
me.
Did you say
My-
bitch?
Yes,
You
she
said bitch?
does. Yes, she
No.
does.
You
No,
said
my
bitch?
boss doesn't live with my partner in life, my wife. She lives with me. She's not my boss. We
You
are
said bitch, right?
equals.
You said you
Just
said the bitch, right?
because in your household that's the way it goes, doesn't mean that's how it goes in my household.
Yeah, let's get her on here and ask her.
You can ask her. She'll tell you we're equals.
Oh, I bet that she.
Well, her definition of equal means
Hey. Let's
And-
not get
I mean-
let's not get into different things, okay?
let's
Yeah,
get,
I mean,
get
but
into the
even-
fine print of things.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but even getting that far,
Yeah.
I'm sure, even if we heard a voice with the magic of Chica that can emulate anybody, who will know if you're even talking to his partner or not? I'm just saying,
that's a
like
good
you'll
Oh
just be,
yeah, right.
oh yeah, eh?
Oh yeah.
But she's the one who buys them for me, so why would she not know?
Because
Well,
she's trying
now
to
why
kill
would
you. Does she have an insurance
Yeah.
policy on you?
Nope, not
Life
yet.
insurance must be real
Not
big.
yet.
Damn,
Okay.
not yet, bro. We're not getting
Not
any
yet.
younger.
You should have done
Listen.
that when you were like.
Nah, I don't
work?
need it.
Does work give you like as an employee benefit, something like that, like a insurance?
Nope, not
Some
even.
companies do that.
Mm.
Speaking of
Just my
bosses,
401k,
welcome in,
that's
Blunt
it.
Ninja.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, Blunt.
Would you like that
Interesting.
one?
I'm gonna go check mine now that you mentioned that. Thanks, Steve.
I'm gonna go check my boss. Wait, check her what?
Yeah, my 401k.
Oh,
His 401k.
I hope he's doing good.
Man.
GP man, I am married, GP man. I've been married for 20 years, GP man.
Coño, está cagado.
And guess what? Even if you're not married and you're
So
still living
crazy, lady.
together, you're married.
No, hell no. I disagree with that 100%.
The law tells me different.
No, by law, you have to be together. I think it's more than
Is that
5
Canadian law?
years.
Not here. After 6 months, you're considered common law.
Six
see, that's-
months. Whoa, we're moving a little
That's
too fast there. Whoa.
Wait,
6
hold.
months.
Ralph, you gotta read the fine print, bro.
Shit.
Oh,
six,
see, I knew
6
there was
months.
something happening.
6 months. She's not even doing anal yet.
6 months.
Oh, Patreon episode. So
Wow, what did I just come back to? Jeez.
yeah, I hope the children didn't hear that. So, Mama,
No,
are you telling me 6 months? That's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless
man.
they changed, as far as I know, it's still 6 months.
Damn, 6 months to the goot shot.
Glad I'm only
damn.
going there for a month.
Going.
Yeah, but we're not. Yeah, but that's different.
I don't know what that means.
Ralph, just make sure you stay there for 5.5 months,
You're
and then you
Yeah.
leave. Then you leave. You
Yeah.
pull a Duke James. You leave.
She's gonna be like,
Then you go
"Damn, I
back.
almost got him."
Yeah, but you're not here. Like you're
I'm not a Canadian. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're not a Canadian, so
I'm not a
you're gonna
Canadian.
worry about.
So that doesn't apply. Like,
No.
I don't want to go there. Never mind.
No, it doesn't apply to you.
You'd be an immigrant all over again.
Does I didn't want to go there.
Just when you were finally accepted. Damn.
I was gonna be like, isn't that what? That's not exactly what Biden did his executive order on, right? Like, I think the people that are here, if they're married, they have to have been here for 10 years or something like that.
If they if they don't have their green card, if they're still in a questionable legal status,
you're still in limbo.
Then yeah. So I would think that those rules, like the requirements for that, don't necessarily. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna help out quite a bit of people, but I don't think it's something that we're looking at like millions of people, millions of illegals. No, I doubt it's that many. I think it's in the tens of thousands.
I know family members, man, that have been in this country and they have no no type of paperwork. Like,
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm of the same.
I'm like, yo, you've been here for like over 20, 30 years and you got like nothing.
Mama Bear,
like,
just read what I just put. Just read it.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I gotta read
No, not out loud. Just read it to yourself really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, and so Ralph, that same thing echoes across a lot of Latin communities, a lot of Latin households, where if you're not directly involved, where you're directly impacted, where you yourself were the one that is in that status and immigration status, then someone in your family or a close friend or a family friend or something like that. It's more common than not. And quite honestly, I myself consider myself very lucky, and I think a lot of us in those types of situations should consider ourselves very lucky. The fact that we've made it, we've persevered, right? And we've endured through a lot of struggle and to where we are, I'd like to think we've made it, right? Because, I mean, looking back, there's a lot of people that, from our point of view are in a lot worse situation. And nowadays there's a lot more hate, if you ask me, when it comes to people's sentiment on Latin folks coming across the border.
Yeah, you're right. Because there's always a couple of bad apples that mess it up for everybody.
Of course, but that's everywhere, man. I mean,
I'm just wondering why. No, not to cut you off, but why is it that I'm only hearing, which has got my little like antennas perking a little bit? Why am I only hearing of like Latin people being the bad apples? Well, then again, I think I did hear something about like they caught some potential terrorists that were from different countries, but like in terms of like you hear like things that are done to minorities, minors that are from Latin countries, but I haven't seen anything from like, because it's not just Latin people coming over here.
Correct.
There's China,
there are people from other, they just go that route. Yeah. And there's people that
Ralph, it's also the stuff that you look up and the stuff that you're,
that I'm I got you.
It's the circles that you're within, right? It's those algorithms that you're within reach of.
Gotcha.
What's up, Facts Porcupine Podcast?
A lot of the internet traffic is like that, man. More than half the internet traffic is freaking bots. And that's been measured, proven. You know what I mean? That's been out there. Yeah. And in a few years, we can't keep going at this rate. There will be more non-human generated content on the internet than human generated content.
I've been trying to. I haven't. I've been meaning to go check this out, but I heard a while back that there was a news channel. I think it's Channel One. I don't know if it's like on
Sup,
air
Chill
or whatever.
Jelly?
But it's
Sup, Jelly?
full. It's full of like an AI anchor, like AI
Yeah, I heard
generated.
about that.
Oh yeah,
I wonder how
wow.
that went. I wonder if it's still going or what. I haven't gotten out to look for it, but I've always wanted to see how they would.
I never even heard of that. That's cool. I think that's actually cool. I mean, it's weird, but it's kind of cool. Like,
Yeah, it's I mean, it's pretty much what they do. They just the only thing you would probably need, well, they probably make it fast. Like you would only need an actual person, like for breaking news to come out and something that's actually happened. But if you're just like spitting out like your daily, oh, this is what's been going on, then yeah,
pretty much,
But
yeah,
I mean,
pretty
you
much
don't even need
Chica.
even for the breaking news stuff. You don't really. I mean, with how fast some of this stuff is being created on the fly, I'm
Yeah,
sure
and you figure
there'll be
even if it's
some
breaking
delay, but
news,
right.
yeah, even if it's breaking news, they could just type it in really quick, and the bot's gonna be able
Yeah.
to read it. Yeah.
And then they'll just, as more details arrive or more details are uncovered, the story gets built out a little further.
And you figure they'll probably an AI will probably actually know more before us because the AI can read, like, let's say it's like a bulletin, from a cop. You're like, oh, we got such and such, da, 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 da. The AI is going to be able to read that before it even
Right.
gets to a newspaper or a news station.
Yeah, because you think about like some of these things that are public record, right? Like police documents, court documents. Once those things are filed and basically available, you can literally have these little bots, these intelligent, pieces of software out there that are scanning, waiting for some of these updates. You can even fine tune it for you to look for specific things, and boom, they'll just act quick. It'll take that information, bring it somewhere, and then you can have something else set up where aggregates all your data, tidies it all up.
GP Man says most countries don't watch the news like they do in America.
Yeah, our news is very much opinionated. Our news is like for sale. Ever since the 70s, man, that's where it really changed. Where news stations kind of pivoted to more for profit, and that's really because the TV stations were taking over the news stations. News stations were more independent, right? And then you'd have these major broadcasting companies that would start gobbling up all the local affiliates and all that kind of stuff. And so then there was more commercials, it was more clickbait kind of stuff. Even before the internet, there was that kind of mentality when it was like, hey, we just got to sell commercials. How are we going to keep the eyeballs here? And so then, you saw in the 80s, 90s, the early 2000s, the rise of all this opinionated political kind of news. Rush Limbaugh, Fox News, they kind of rose as that happened, right? And you had all these CNNs, right? They also rose as a result of that. And you got, reality TV at a similar amount of time, right? And so all these things now capturing people's attention. And it's like the news starts to mimic kind of like they change to what they feel the people want, right? But that's not what the people really want. People want to be informed. They don't want to be entertained by the news. Right? You want to be informed by the news with facts. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, I don't care for your opinions or your thoughts when you're reporting news. Like, news should be factual. It should be facts. It should be like things that you've done your job to uncover through your journalistic ways and means with your sources, right? All that kind of stuff. News outlets and journalists, they should be held more accountable these days. Right? Because like there used to be that point in the past where, you couldn't, they would call you on your bullshit. You know what I mean? Like they don't really do that anymore. And now with so many like conglomerates, you got companies that own newspapers, like Amazon owns the Washington Post. right? And Rupert Murdoch. I think he stepped down now, but he also owns. I don't know if it's the New York Post or one of those. He owns a newspaper, but then he owns Fox. So there's some, they got these big,
I thought Jeff Bezos
ballers.
owned.
Yeah,
Washington
Amazon,
Post.
Bezos.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, Bezos. So they got their hands in a lot of different things. You know what I mean? And so it's a conflict of interest in ways.
Mm-hmm.
But they're trying to make money. But for me, I feel like the news shouldn't be about trying to make a buck. It should be about informing people about, things that are going on that they need to know about.
So do you think? All right. So then just like shows should be separate. Like if you have your Bill Maher's and your what's that guy that he just met Oliver?
John Oliver or Sean Hannity, things like that, right?
Those should be like considered separate, right? Because they do touch on a lot of political stuff.
I mean, Ralph, you got to remember
that's like opinion.
You got to remember
and entertainment.
You got to remember we used to get the news off of like 1010 wins, on the AM radio. Yeah. It wasn't on regular radio. And then like Bill Maher and all them, they were on HBO. It wasn't like on regular, news channels. It was like Fair you saying, it was news. Like they only said facts. They only did and then it just became commercialized so much.
Yeah. Yep. For profit, the stories are for profit, then it's a commercial, then they give their, they extend the news. Like it's like they extend it to like hours and hours and hours because they're giving their opinions. Like sorry, but not sorry. Like I don't care what your opinion is. Who are you? Tell me the facts. That's what I want to know. Damn it.
Chill Jelly. He said Bill Nye, the science guy, is where he gets his news from.
That's a great source of knowledge and information.
Logan likes him.
Yeah. You couldn't go wrong with that guy.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Whoa.
Here's a guy talking about Jeff Bezos, I believe, and he's he's just a regular content creator on TikTok. But it's pretty interesting, his delivery, I think.
What shocks me the most about Jeff Bezos cheating on his wife and having his ting pics leaked isn't about the leak itself. It was about who leaked them. See, Jeffrey Bezos had a problem. Somebody had his pics, but there were two suspects. It was either the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia or Donnie himself. You need to listen. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia hits up Jeff, says, Slimy. Jeff said, my boy. He said, you want to go out to dinner? Jeff said, sure, let's do it. At dinner, the prince goes, let me just cut to the chase. Jeff, you own the Washington Post, right? Jeff goes, I do. The prince goes, well, they talking smack about me. Jeff goes, what you want me to do? You know what they saying about you. But it wasn't about what they were saying about them. It was about who was saying it. I don't know if some of y'all remember, there was a dude who was a journalist who was saying crazy things about the Saudi government.
Khashoggi.
Oh, whatever, dog. We're not finna agree on nothing. Jeff goes, well, we both like power. The prince goes, you like power too? And an unlikely friendship suddenly blossomed. They exchange numbers and they start texting each other. They start sending each other memes and just checking up on each other. Then suddenly, remember the journalist I was telling you about earlier? Well, he gets under mysterious circumstances. This is national news. It's everywhere. Jeff stops messaging back. The Saudi prince texts Jeff saying, hey, Jeff, don't believe everything you read. Now, the Washington Post also posts it. So again, it's everywhere. Now, the Saudi prince sends him a text. He goes, God, I thought I ghosted him. But he looks at the text and it's a meme, like the ones they used to send each other all the time. So he opens it, but he doesn't get it. So he closes it. That's important. Now, here is where things start to get wicked. Somebody hits up Jeff and go, hey, bro, we know you cheating. Jeff go, what? They go, we know that you're cheating. Jeff hops on the computer. He immediately types up a heartfelt message on Twitter saying, me and my wife are getting a divorce after a trial separation. The National Enquirer, a magazine, go, that's so nice of you to say. Jeff, who this? Jeff go, oh. Everybody goes, Jeff, who that? Jeff go, well, it's kind of hard to see. The National Enquirer go, don't worry, we have actually plenty of pictures. We've been following you for 4 months. We got videos, we got pictures of you cheating on your wife with this lady, Lauren Sanchez. Jeff go, yeah, that did happen. Yeah. Jeff go, y'all finished? They go, no. Here are the texts that he sent her, and here are the texts that she sent him. They're very intense. Just think about what a man who takes a picture like this would send in a text, and you got it. Jeffrey loses it. The FBI hits up Jeff. They go, we're going to investigate it for you, but we just need your phone, shawty. Jeff goes, nah, I'm not finna give you all my phone. Instead, he hires a top security firm and this crazy good hacker. National Enquirer goes, Jeffrey, slow down. It's not that serious. We have your intense pictures. We have your intense text. We didn't post them. Jeff goes, it's fine. They go, well, I guess we'll just post them then. Jeff goes, it's fine. It's a race against time, I guess. Will you post the pictures? Will I find out who sent them to you? They go, Jeff goes, shh. He takes out a blank check and gives it to the security firm. He says, you can't put a price on security. The Enquirer goes, they got to knock on the door. It's the security firm. They start looking around and say, what y'all got in here? They no, y'all can't be here. They go, no, we just looking. We see you when you get to the crib. They start seeing them when they start getting to the crib. They start following workers around. They start full on harassing them. The Enquirer messages Jeff. What's going on, Jeff? Jeff go, they're just doing their job. They go, look, Jeff, let me describe something to you. They go on to describe Jeffrey's pictures list by list in extreme detail. They go, you really want to keep messing with us? Jeffrey goes, do it. They go, what? He goes, do it. Matter of fact, he goes online. He messages the world. He says, they got pictures of me and I want them to post it right now. Everybody go. The Enquirer go. The security firm said, don't even worry about it. We found out who it was. It was none other than the Saudi Arabian crown prince. We found out exactly how we did it and everything. Then boy with texting, he sends him a meme. Jeff opens it, takes his stuff off his phone. Classic crime. The prince goes, it wasn't me. That's my dog. Jeff goes, the National Enquirer go, cool, y'all got your man. You can do it. They're going to knock on the door. Who is it? It says the security firm. The Enquirer goes, no, you already found out. They said, no, we just like to be 100% certain. So they go, oh, it was her brother. Yes, none other than his mistress's brother. But hold on, I thought it was the prince. But hold on, where does Donald Trump fit into it? Be patient, I got you. Listen closely. Her brother goes, Cap, kinda. They paid me $200,000 to steal her phone and stuff. But when I went to them, they already had the pictures. So the Saudi Arabians definitely did it. Prince go, Cap, Jeff, my dog. It was probably him because he got close ties to Donald Trump. So the theory goes that the $200,000 that went to Jeffrey's mistress's brother, Lord, I sound like a soap opera, came from Donald Trump himself. Michael and the Enquirer like Donald. Washington Post doesn't like Donald. Donald doesn't like Washington Post. Washington Post owned by Jeff. Donald doesn't like Jeff. So no one knows if it was both of them, but everyone definitely knows it was one of them. The FBI said, we can find out for you, but it's not worth our time. What shocks me the most about Jeff Bezos cheating on his wife and having his...
Whew, that was a lot. That was a lot of stuff right there. I was just wondering why, like I've heard people using that, or they mentioned this security or this bug, whatever they call it, Pegasus, where they can do that. Like if they send you a link or like I said, like an email or whatever, you just click it and then bam, they just pretty much have everything off your phone. Some,
yeah, man.
Crazy security hackers.
Man. There's a lot of that kind of stuff out there. Crazy.
You know, it's funny because I see a couple of them. For some reason, I'm seeing like some guy. I'm not trying to be like hard R, but what's that stuff that that Prince has on their head? What do you call them things?
Crown?
Wait, what?
It's not a crown. It's like the drape. You know, like it's called is that it's not a kufi? Is that hold on. Yeah. But either way, I'm getting like a text message from somebody
No,
wearing
I think that's
those
a woman.
things.
Hold on.
I'm like, why am I getting a text message from that? I'm like, I don't trust that. So I just delete the freaking
I'm just checking. Hold on.
Email without
I think the women wear a hijab. I'm not sure what that one is. Hold on, let me get that.
Yeah. I forgot what they're called.
You're saying like for real, you're getting emails from that?
Not emails, text messages.
Cafe?
I guess that's what it's called. Yeah.
Let's see.
Or coffee?
Cafe, yeah.
I wish I was getting
coffee.
Yeah, Kofi. But I'm trying to see if I can find.
Why you don't put out your information when you're looking at stuff, Ralph?
It's on a I don't know how they get it. It's on a text message.
Arab
I get
turban.
random text messages. Yeah, turban. That's what
Yeah, you gotta be careful where you're putting your information on, man. What kind of websites you're going to. You might want to eat those cookies up with a big glass of milk.
Yeah, is this one of them?
Yeah. Check if you got any updates for your browsers.
Stop giving out your phone number.
I don't
sure you
give out
got
my
it.
number. Any number that pops that I don't
Yeah,
that is
well.
not somebody that I saved, I never answer.
But you don't have to. It's in the cookies, man. It's all in the cookies. You know, you're like as you travel the World Wide Web, as you traverse these tubes of information, it's almost like you leave breadcrumb trails along the way. Inadvertently, of course. You know, you may not know that, you know, your bag of cookies there got a little tiny hole in it and just spilling out some breadcrumbs, cookie crumbs, all kind of crumbs. So if you're not cleaning up after yourself, you know, you're gonna be one sloppy mofo out here. You know, it's gonna be messy, and you know, people gonna know all kinds of stuff about you.
That's a great way to
Some
explain
people,
that to a
of
kid.
course, some people. Yeah,
Like seriously.
That's a great way.
right.
To teach that to a kid the way that he just said it to you.
Yeah.
That a kid would,
Maybe he
so a
should
kid would
help out
understand.
Logan. You know?
Yeah,
'Cause
no.
It's crazy.
Don't know.
Well, I am like it. He has to teach me a lot of things like I'm a kid, because I am. I don't understand the
We just have to like bring it down a notch. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right here.
As long as we all end up at the same place and understanding, then it's fine. It might, you know, it might take some people longer to get there. It's called the scenic route. It's fine. No problem.
The thing you need to teach Logan is to clean
Patience?
the computer.
Oh, okay.
No, clean the computer.
Ah, yeah. Well, you
doesn't
know, a
do-
fast, quick lesson in that is once like your hardware starts to deteriorate and get like malfunction because like there's heavy piles of dirt on the fan and stuff.
No, not that way.
Oh, you mean like the software side of it? Yeah, I got you.
You know, like deleting, say, your cookies or your whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Usually his father does that for him, but
Yeah.
he doesn't like to
Delete
do that.
those cookies. See, nobody likes to take care of these cookies because these cookies, they look so delicious with all those chocolate chips in them. You know, it makes it easier for us when we go to these websites that we all like to visit, and it saves our information, and it kind of has all these things tailored to us. And hey, there's a sale on this and a sale on that. I wasn't even looking for that, and how did it know that I needed one? So it knows all these wonderful things about you, see? But if you eat your cookies every day, I mean, yeah, it's going to know a little bit less about you, eh? But isn't that what we want?
Yeah.
I mean, why be so predictable? Throw a curveball once in a while. Throw it underhand if you have to.
You know what his excuse is? It takes too long to have to put in
Oh,
his name and
yeah.
passwords and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they have these little tools. They're called extensions on your browser, eh? And some of them are like password managers, and they'll save passwords for you. They'll even recommend passwords that are very strong in case you don't feel like coming up with a new password, change your password, and you want to use the same pet name 123 that you've used for a long time and across many different applications. So, you know, someone gets that password, they literally got control of everything in your life. Let's not do that.
This has been learning with fair use.
I know, right?
Oh my God, my brain farted already.
It's okay. Take a breath.
So
There you go.
to make passwords easier, they like to opt people into biometrics. Is that safer, or you think that's worse?
Well, I think
Like
it's
using fingerprints and stuff like that, or eyeball
I think it's
scanning.
safer than using a clear text password in the sense of it being something that could be easily guessed if it's an easy password versus a biometric. The biometric will make it a little bit more challenging, although I don't believe in anything being like 100% bulletproof. So you also have to keep in mind that there's been a lot of data leaks, a lot of like data hacks, a lot of information that gets put out there. So you kind of have to be okay with the possibility of, hey, maybe this information also can end up somewhere in the dark web. Somebody gets hacked, but that's with anything that we use these days online with, any online connectivity. The potential is there for like our accounts to get jacked, our data to get jacked. And it really comes back to the places that we're visiting, right? These providers of service, these applications and all that. It really comes to the onus on them to protect and secure their users' data so they don't fall victim to these types of things.
Fair use. I refuse to read what GP just said, but if you'd like to read it out loud, you can do so.
Yeah, sure. You can use a cock print over a fingerprint. They may be similarly distinguishable depending on how well you keep your hands.
You can tell you're trying to think of something. And Ralph's like, what?
He's like, oh no, please don't say it. Please don't say it. Please don't say it. Yeah.
I think he's looking up something.
Uh-oh. No, Ralph. The cookies, Ralph, the cookies. Oh, man.
So you're just going to play sounds?
Uh-oh.
Good morning, boys and girls.
What's up there?
Good morning.
Hi.
I hope everyone's well today.
Yeah, it's Friday's Eve.
Right? Is it? I know. Well, today's Thursday.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah. Because tomorrow's the pre-party.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go and start partying now.
Right?
Just to get it, just make sure I'm in there.
Yeah, make sure we do it properly.
Very nice. How's the weather been out there for you guys? Has it been like really hot like it's been for us out here?
Well, it's getting a little bit warmer, but we got winds going on. I'm telling you what, this weather is not normal weather for us, man. Usually we're sweltering already, like in 115 temperatures.
Yeah, you're done sleeping already by this time.
Wow,
Yeah,
115.
I was under my blankets.
Yeah, it gets higher. We're in a desert.
Wow.
We're by the lake. We're off the lake, so you think we'd get more of a breeze.
We're in a desert.
So crazy. I was going to ask you out there in Washington, right? Or is it Oregon? Washington.
No, I'm in Washington State.
Washington.
Yeah.
So I was not aware that there are like some desert lands up there. How much? Like, is there quite a bit? I thought it was all like kind of Pacific wood. Like
Yeah, no.
Kind of stuff.
Okay, there's Seattle, right on the coast there, and then there's that mountain chain.
Mm-hmm.
There's from the mountain chain all the way over to about the Idaho border, Spokane. That's all desert in the middle.
Ah,
like right before Spokane, you start going into the foothills of the Cass, whatever chain that is, and then you start seeing trees again.
Yeah, just about Spokane.
Yeah, just about to Spokane.
Okay, cool. I did not know.
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know that Washington State had a desert either until I moved here.
Because I know that Seattle's known for a lot of rain, and so I know that area is also known for like a lot of trees, right? A lot of
no, there's no trees. The trees that you see here are homesteaded trees that that's probably how back in the day they got the property. And then the reason why we have so many farms and stuff is because of the West Canal Ditch project, which is off of like the Grand Coulee Dam. They built this dam, and so now that all the farmers have a watering system for their fields and stuff. That was in the 60s.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Before that, there's nothing but sagebrush and rabbits. And snakes, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You want to hear a sad story about a rabbit?
Oh, no.
Okay, what about it? The one that Jake ate?
No, it's not Jake, but I had so I have a person I work with that her next door neighbor they have a rabbit hole in their backyard. So that her dog doesn't go after them, she put a fence around the hole so that they go in and out. There's 8 little bunnies in there, right? So my friend's cat all of a sudden came one day. She's in the yard, cleaning, working in the backyard. Her cat walks over, and all you hear is, she looks, the cat had caught one of the bunnies and already started going into it. And come to find out that the bunnies, because they were trapped in that little cage area, dug under and came out another hole, and now they're all being taken out one by one by this cat.
Oh.
Damn. Nature
Man, that's amazing, bro. I never thought that cats chased rabbits.
Oh yeah, cats will chase a rabbit.
Wow, fuck out of town.
Anything that they can prey on, they'll probably go
Around here, they have they're called pygmy bunnies. Look it up. It's a real thing. I'm not just like you pulling your leg. Yeah, they're real little, and apparently they're like on something. Anyway, all this time I saw all these little bunnies. I thought they were all babies. No, they're fully grown rabbits.
Oh, yeah.
And and I didn't know that rabbits screamed until Jay caught that one right there by the fence, and I was like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh my god, that's the rabbit."
And that's exactly why I know about it, because my neighbor didn't know what it was.
Well,
she was like, "What is this screaming?" And then she realized what it was that was screaming.
You're right, GP. Cats are putos.
Yeah, they are. That would be creepy, man. Like, cause I would hear like, no, not me, but I would catch people like being out in the woods. And if you was to hear, I don't know what they sound like. What did rabbits screaming sound like?
Like
a scream.
Like
that's what they sound like. It's like it's really weird. It's like, oh my god.
Like the raccoon sounds like something between a cat in heat and a baby screaming.
Hi, Milt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like that's what's crazy. Like she realized, because she was like I said, she's working in her backyard, and all of a sudden she hears, "Ee!" and she's like, "What is that?" And then the cat brought the bunny right to her, as like, how cats bring like rats and all that stuff. Yeah, exactly.
They did that to us a couple of times.
Well, she said that she has one cat inside the house, and she has 2 cats that she takes care of outside the house. And she said that the cats outside the house within the last 2 months have brought chipmunk, squirrel, birds, rats, like everything within the last 2 months. And I said it's because she recently took the one cat to get give him a bath, got him pedicure, got him all this stuff from the outside, and then she took the other one to the doctor and got him. He had what is it called? Like his fur was like bad or whatever, and she
Matted.
so she took both cat. What is it?
Matted,
I guess.
Yeah, that's what the fur's called.
So she took the cats to get fixed and everything. I told her. I said, so now they're like, oh, well, we got to repay her. So they're protecting her yard, and anything that lands in that yard or crawls in that yard, they attack it. The 2 of them.
That's pretty cool, though.
That's what it is, Mr. A mange.
That's pretty cool, the way that those animals think like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, what they do is with cats, they bring, like, we have a body count, at least 3 every morning in our yard. From my mom's cat, they're providing for you. They're taking care of you. They're feeding you. Yeah,
they're pack animals. So you're like, they see you as a member of their pack.
Yeah, I was just telling I said, you really rabbits don't come in my yard anymore, really.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like these cats is like they never. She's been taking care of them for years, and they've never really done anything that she saw. You know what I mean? Who knows? They probably killed before or whatever, of course, but she never saw it. Now that she's actually, took them to the doctors, took them to get clean and all that stuff, now it's like they're attacking everything to fix her yard, because that's where she's always at. She's always in her yard. She's always fixing up the yard. And I told her, I said, that's exactly why.
Well, that's good for them, man. I'm not a cat fan because they can be assholes, but at least they help, keep your perimeters chill,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Like I said, I hate cats, but I just thought it's like interesting because I was just like, wow, like, they never really did anything before, and now that she actually, took care of them per se, it's like now they're like, oh well, now we're gonna do stuff for you.
Yeah, I was wondering why. Well, dogs can be the same, right? But why is it that they're not like a cat, or are they? I don't.
Well, dogs, remember, there are dogs that do that same thing. They protect their area. That's why they're like related from wolves. It's like they do that type of stuff.
Yeah, I've been seeing these videos pop up that I
Just
like
because your
watching.
dog is a little puppy thing
Well,
that.
yeah. Plus he's old.
Yeah, but I mean, I had
dogs.
Oh, that drone. Yeah,
those
that's Danny with the
Malamutes?
drone, practicing in the window and shit.
Wow.
I've been seeing dogs that can attack a bear, bro. Like, there's some vicious dogs out there that
So
they're good to have.
that's what I was gonna say. Like me, when I lived in Puerto Rico, my Chihuahua saved me. Like, and it was crazy because we were outside and this big husky came down down the steps where we lived and came in and went to attack me, my brother, and my sister. My brother and sister got inside the house, and the dog came to attack me, and my Chihuahua went under him, bit his ankle, and like got him to like squeal off. But the dog had bit me like on my thigh and on my wrist. He had bit me, and I was just like, and my Chihuahua was over here like biting him on the ankle, got him to run away and everything. It was just like, it's just like you said, it's like they might be small or whatever, but they're gonna attack any animal bigger
they think
or whatever.
they're freaking big as hell.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. They think they're like way bigger than they are. 100%.
They should bite their.
Yeah, dude. They got a Napoleon complex to the max, bro.
100%. 100%.
Especially Chihuahuas, man. I don't know. Something must have happened during that breeding, bro. Because they're always so agitated. They're always so angry. They're always like always being so nippy, like trying to bite you. Like, what happened to the Taco Bell dog, bro?
And you would think they're Mexican, most of them. So it's like, most Mexicans are chill, relaxed. It is like, hard R moment. Hard R moment. What's up, Nick V? But you know what I'm saying? It's like, you would think like they're, these Mexicans, these Chihuahuas are like, and they go get after you and everything. And it's like, wait, aren't you Mexican? Like, go chill in the corner. Like, put a sombrero on or something. Ho!
Ho! What's up, Nick? By the WESN.
Oh, that was the real one. I was like, why is this so low?
Do you know another animal's really good, especially like if you have like chickens and stuff? Peacocks are really good.
Oh, I heard that too. Yep, animals. I heard that too. Yep.
Guard animals, peacocks.
Yeah, they will defend your flock, man. They will chase everything out of your yard.
If you go to zoos, Ralph, if you go to zoos, they always have the peacocks loose because of that.
And then I love it when they put their wings or whatever you want.
Do their feather thing.
Yeah.
That means they're ornery. When they put their feathers out, they're ornery.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're showing their stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, there was one that was all white.
It
was cool.
So I always thought it was peacocks, like peacocks, but I didn't know it's actually peacocks and peahens. I thought it was just peacocks.
Peahen, what the heck is that?
Yeah, well, it's the female version. Peacocks are the boy version. Peahens are the female version. But I thought it was always just peacocks. Yeah.
Well, that kind of makes sense. Peacocks.
Yeah. GP Man says donkeys are the best security.
Donkeys?
Yeah.
Why? Because they make that noise?
Well, they mule kick you.
Yeah.
I I know like llamas are horrible. They'll spit and everything. A donkey will kick the ish out of you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So with a bull, you don't go mess with a bull.
Geese.
Or a horse.
You mess with
Geese
the
are
bull,
insane.
you get the horns.
Dude, they will chase you down for fucking miles, man.
And remember you.
And remember, yeah.
Yep, that's the fucked up part. Is they remember your ass. So you did some fucked up shit to the geese as a kid.
Like an elephant?
You're in trouble.
Yep, like an elephant. Geese are like an elephant, man.
Big elephants. Big elephants.
You're so stupid.
Yeah, they're crazy as fuck.
Go start tripping.
Yeah.
Let me play something from my Jersey folks. I don't know if you guys care or whatever, but here you go.
New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy has signed a controversial public records haul into effect.
So this is about the Open Public Records Act, right? And right now, if you wanted to, let's say that in your town, you wanted to find out like what emails your mayor was sending to like the council. If you wanted to, you could submit an OPA request and be like, I want all emails that Mayor so-and-so sent to this person. And you could get them.
Basically, if you were to take the government to court over denied records, typically in the past, they could have to pay legal fees. Now they won't have to pay legal fees. There's also, they extended the response time. So they made a few changes that are making it a little bit harder for regular people to obtain the information on these certain records. And as a result, people are freaking out. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy on Wednesday signed a deeply controversial bill to overhaul the state's Open Public Records Act, despite intense public pushback from activists who warned it would enable corruption and tarnish his legacy. So the governor signed with the legislation S2930, explaining his rationale for approving, arguing that its changes are relatively modest in scope. I know that this decision will disappoint many members of the advocacy community. I have heard the many objections to the bill directly. I know that there are many in good faith and with good intentions, Murphy said. Nevertheless, Murphy wrote, the changes in the bill were relatively modest and that the 22-year-old law needed modernization. If I believed that this bill would enable corruption in any way, I would unhesitatingly veto it, Murphy said. I don't know. I feel like he believes what he's saying. I don't know if he's correct. More transparency is always good with local government, with all government.
Yeah, no, I think the changes affect local government more than state government.
Which is arguably more important. You know, we get caught up in our country so much on federal elections, federal stuff that's happening on the federal level, when in reality, you should be so focused on what's happening in your state. So the push for the bill has largely come from lobbyists for county and local governments who say records custodians are burdened by commercial and unreasonable requests by a small number of people. Committee meetings on the bill were dominated by critics who believe the New Jersey government officials were using anecdotal evidence as an effort to more strictly clamp down on what should be public information. Most controversially, the legislation would end the current practice of mandatory fee shifting in which the governments pay the reasonable legal costs for any requester who successfully challenges a record denial in court.
All right. So I just wanted to throw that out there if anybody cared. If you're from Jersey.
Yeah, bro, I care. That's big, man. That is definitely big because, like you mentioned, it could lead to potential abuse of power.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not able to request a freedom of information to get some information that is not publicly released, so how are you supposed to find out the truth of certain things? How are you supposed to find out what went on in such and such meeting, you know, when you're the one paying their salary, you're the taxpayer?
Mm-hmm.
You should ask any question you want, and you should be able to see the receipt at the blink of an eye. This would be full transparency, although it may not work like that in every single situation, but it's the way it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They work for us. We want to see the receipts. You show it. We got to show it when we leave Walmart. Why can't we show it here?
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that. You didn't want to check I want to see if you didn't take that big case of water there. You got to double check that. Yeah, man. I just feel like it's probably going to be more of a because not your everyday person is going to be able to do that. Like know exactly what to do. Like, but they need to know that is an option. If you wanted to find out certain things from your local government or whatever, or any government, I think you can just ask for it. Like that's your right. And then you got this guy over here trying to like stifle that. You know, it's kind of difficult because like I said, everybody's got their own little bubble that it's very difficult to care.
Stop talking about my bubble.
What government is doing. Bubble boy.
Stop talking about my bubble, okay? Stop talking about my bubble.
Your WWE video game bubble.
Listen.
You play any other game about WWE?
I play a couple of games. Are you a Halo fan?
I hear there's a new Halo coming.
I don't play that type of ish, but yeah, there's all those games. I play mostly sports games because it relaxes me.
What kind of sports? Well, wrestling.
I play soccer.
Soccer? You play soccer? Stop playing.
I play soccer. I play basketball. I play what's the other one? I'm trying to think. Soccer, wrestling, basketball. Oh, and baseball. Playing my baseball.
Nice. Well, here's a man that I rarely get a chance to hear. What's up, JP? Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
How are you, sir?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, fair use. I love fair use because he's so knowledgeable about everything. Like
he's very knowledgeable about everything. Yes.
And I don't disagree with him at all. But I'm curious, like, so government, like, when you say like, oh, we pay their salaries, there's a lot of like commissions and boards and stuff that actually they're not actually even paid, but they have a
lobby interest groups. Yeah, I don't believe in having any lobby groups. Okay.
I'm not talking about lobbies. I'm talking about like commissions, like even like school boards, right? So school boards don't necessarily all draw a salary. They're members of the community who volunteer basically for that job.
But some of them are elected, right?
No, most of them are elected, right? So they run to do it. But I mean, it's they're volunteering to run, right? They're not getting paid for it.
No, right. I mean, but a lot of offices, when you do civic duty, a lot of them are, you basically get elected into that position, and a lot of them don't necessarily pay a salary per se. I mean, because it's more of a civic duty, but I think that gets a little gray.
Yeah, I guess my question is how if those people all are doing it for the right reasons, then we wouldn't have issues, right? But you have how do we get people to do it for the right reasons, or the people who will do it for the right reasons to be on those boards and stuff, instead of the ones who are running who have agendas and take advantage and stuff like that.
It's more greed. Yeah. I definitely think part of it is like peeling back the layers that have been there for so long, right? Whether it's like, oh, I'm running for my XYZ term, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th term, looking at age limit.
Oh, did we lose him?
Oh, I thought that was me.
Oh.
I've been dropping out a lot.
Yeah, you might have.
Can you still hear me?
Sorry, my screensaver went on because my battery's dying. No, I was just saying that I think that it should be, through all levels of government, right? From the low level, local municipalities, all the way up to the big levels of elected office. You should be having term limits, age limits. If you're old enough to retire at whatever retirement age, 65, 72, 75, 85, 95, 100, whatever you want to put it at, you're retired, done. Don't run for office no more. That's it. You're done. You're retired. Sit back, relax. Okay.
I'm not sure that would solve the problem though.
Well, okay, hold on. It's a few of them. Hold on. So then we have because this is going to eliminate a lot of the business as usual kind of stuff, to where when fat cat gets fat, he gets comfortable. So we can't allow that to happen. So we have to keep fresh ideas coming in by having term limits, so we don't have the same representative there for decades. We also have to have fresh thinking, new ideas by people who are not aging, into an aging demographic, then I think we have to also have not so much like a draft per se to go to war, but I feel like every citizen should uh, should should I don't want to say requirement, but should do some form of civil service volunteer in their career, in their life. Okay, so they play a part in that process. Whether you want to be a pollster, whether you want to work at an election, whether you want to help at your city hall, whether you want to help at the police station, whatever. Okay, do some form of civic duty where you're helping your community, you're helping your local governments, as opposed to just kind of taking. That's, I think it's a few different things, for a formula, but I think most of it is having the complacency. People get greedy because they've been there forever, and they amass a lot of power and influence, and then they can kind of command these outsiders of Washington or outsiders of the local politics, right, to influence things with their money. That's just my take on it.
Yeah, I don't disagree that that's the result of it, but I just don't think, and maybe your idea of requiring some type of civic whatever duty or whatever might help, because what I see is people just don't want to get involved.
Yeah,
and it's like the most important thing, like
correct.
your local government and stuff.
Yeah, and your participation.
Yeah, I mean, even voting and stuff, right? I mean, you have school board elections where 10, 15% of the population that can vote are voting, and the school boards do a lot of stuff that that really impacts stuff. I
also feel that
I was just gonna say, I just think that, like, people that like the story that Ralph said, certainly it's not going necessarily towards like school board, but it's like people say, oh, was something nefarious going on, and it just gives like the taste of, well, why do I want to get involved in that? Why do I want to have all of my emails be read? And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be. I'm just saying that it creates a distaste for people who probably are the ones who would be good at doing the job, not wanting to do it because of all the scrutiny and everything that people with agendas are going to have.
It takes a lot of like it's going to take a certain person to want to do it and not care. Like, I don't want to say not care, but not let those kind of things phase them, because your everyday person is going to be, like you said, is going to be turned off by wanting to do anything against the government. What's up, Marley? Good morning, bro.
Oh, nothing cool. And I just want to chime in on that too. Like, that's what I was going to do. I was going to play devil's advocate and be like, okay, I'm that person. Be like, no, I wouldn't want to get into something like this because of all of what I've seen. I'll go with my age. I'm 32. From what I've seen since I was 18 up until now, what would make me want to even step foot and try to volunteer and volunteer my civic duty of trying to make things right with the government. But what's been going on, I wouldn't want to do this. Like, what would actually bring my attention to be like, besides what's going on, because I'll be one of those people be like, no, I don't want to bother with it because of what I see.
Yeah, I guess my question is, what can we do to make that so that people like yourself don't have that attitude?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? I don't know the answer. That's why I'm asking, and
right.
And I'm just kind of curious as to. It just seems like right now it's just so toxic that everyone thinks that there's something nefarious going on, and for good reason. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem like we can keep doing what we're doing, where it's all, either political driven or agenda driven.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like that's just creating more of the spiral, and that's like the opposite of what we really need.
Yeah, you're right. It's very, because anybody that goes into anything, right, it's very hard to get somebody that doesn't want to do any like pushing their own agenda, right? Like, I'm not even sure. Like, you can. I threw the example out there in the radio show earlier about like the story that was told to a lot of people about like George Washington and all that stuff, and then you get like a different story later on now, like what either other people figured they were really thinking. Like you're taught like, oh, there's a person or a group of guys that were fighting for freedom and liberty, and then you get the other side where it's like, oh, they just didn't want to pay their taxes, like they just don't want to be ruled by another person. So they were following their own personal interests, So like if someone goes into office voluntarily or not, like even if it's voluntarily, there's still some way that they can get their agenda or their whatever they want to push out there. Like they could volunteer to do something, and let's say they have like a small business on the side. Well, then they can like rub shoulders with people like, oh, check out my business. I have a bakery. Or like it's little things like that, right? Like it's very hard to get away from like who can sit back and like, you know what? I want to run for office. Like I know a lot of people say that as their like slogan, like, oh, I want to run for office or do this in government to have something to leave behind to my kids. Like I don't want my kids to have to go through what I see coming, right? Like that's probably what they tell themselves or tell people. But there's going to be some things that come behind it or it's going to come from it. Like you either going to have people, whether you love him or hate him, right? Like, but yet he still gets donations, Trump. He still gets donations from people's quote unquote hard-earned dollars, right? Like you've had people donate $10, $5, $20 to him, and whatever he's using that money for. But there's still people that have that mentality, like, we're going to give this guy money because of it. What the hell, Blunt? What are you doing up here? his phone died.
What's up, bro? My phone died, bro. In the middle, I was talking about voting. The NSA was like,
trying to sell it to you.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, I don't know. It's very hard to because at first you could probably join and have good intentions. Like I played with the thought in my head. I most likely won't do it. Like I played in the thought in my head of joining the HOA over here because it just keeps bringing up prices, or the dues or whatever you call it, your yearly, whatever you got to pay the HOA. But like, there's gonna be so much stuff that you gotta have to deal with, having to speak to people. It's very hard for someone who doesn't like to be around people to go around having to talk to people. Like you have to physically go and get into people's faces. And a lot of regular folks don't want to do that. It's very hard to answer that question, man. Like they either, it kind of just sets it up to be, like I said before, it sets you up to be in a corrupted area or a corrupted group. Like you probably have to go in with that notion, like I'm going to do something to help me out or whoever my group of people out, But that's a good question, Smoke. I don't know.
I honestly think most of those politicians don't even go in with that attitude. It's gonna get in there. That's when all these influences come out of nowhere.
I agree. I think most politicians, not all, but most politicians go in thinking they are going to do a change, that they are going to do something, and then they get there and they realize that I want to change. Yeah, I want to change this. Oh, you can't change that if you don't talk to this person and this person and do this person and do that, and it's like they have to, not that they should be corrupted, but it's kind of being like they are corrupted into it. I mean, I'm not gonna doing, but like Holly is in the, what is it called? Not Board of Education,
PTA?
the PTA. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So she's in the PTA, right? And when she first got in there, she got in there as a treasury. Okay. And she was going to these meetings, and it was like, she's treasurer, don't talk. All you're there is to make sure that it's you're collecting the money, and that's it. So she kind of like was like, wait, I don't have a say. I'm like, well, what the hell's going on? And then the lady that was running it at the time, her husband was the head of the Board of Education. So it's like, well, the Board of Education, the PTA, should be working together, but it's kind of separate things, because the PTA is more for the students, and stuff like that, when the Board of Education is more for the schools, which makes no sense, but that's how it is. So what happened was that lady kind of got thrown out, she got voted out. And as soon as she got voted out, they decided to vote Holly into being the president of the PTA. So Holly's been the president of the PTA now, I want to say at least 4 years, at least. And she tries to do things for the student, dances and stuff like that, and the pushback is ridiculous. The pushback is ridiculous from the Board of Ed and from everybody else. It's like, oh, you can't do a dance because they're fifth graders, and we don't want fifth graders to have a dance. Meanwhile, from kindergarten to fourth grade or third grade, from kindergarten to third grade, they're allowed dances. And then, so it's like, all right, we got to find different ways to do it. And then the eighth grade, they're allowed to dance. So now they don't have the money because they couldn't get the money from being in fifth, sixth, and seventh grade. And, and it's like, so she kind of does like sells cookies, sells all that stuff to get money for all these, other grades. And and it's a constant pushback. Oh no, we don't want you to sell cookies. You got to sell, pencils, and it's like, nobody wants that. It's like, so it's just different things back and forth. And just seeing how she's been pushed back. And it's like, like I said, she went in trying to help out, but it's like, well, you want to keep being pushed back. You're going to keep pushed back. So what's going to happen is, what do you have to do? You got to play by the rules. You got to break the rule a little bit. So what does she do? Okay, well, we're going to have a Halloween dance. And we're going to do, for the people that don't celebrate Halloween, we're going to do crossword puzzles and pictures and coloring at the same time, but it'll be in another room. So that way we're still making more money, because that way we have to make the money for, the kids doing it that way. So
Steels, when you say that she has pushback, who's providing the pushback?
Oh, everybody, like the principals of the school, the Board of Ed, like they like, for instance, like, so right now my daughter's in fourth grade. So from kindergarten to fourth grade, the school system allows them to have field trips. Fifth, sixth, and seventh, they can't have any field trips. And then eighth grade, they have the senior school trip or whatever for eighth grade. It's like, and then you have no school trips during, high school, of course. So, it's like, why can't they have it for fifth, sixth, and seventh? It makes no sense. Fine. You're going to the zoo. You're going to the zoo from kindergarten to fourth, and kids get tired of the zoo. I get it, but then you take them someplace else. Then there is, the museums. There's the what is it called? The science. There's what is it called? Smoke.
National Science Center.
In Philadelphia, they have the Please Touch Me Museum. Is that what you're talking about?
No, not that museum, but yeah. No, the one
Discovery
in Yeah, like Discovery Center,
Jersey,
the one in New Jersey, the Science Center or whatever.
Yeah.
They have all that stuff, and you would think let's take the kids there, but no, they don't want to. So it's like they have a pause on 5th, 6th, 7th because they feel like during 5th, 6th, 7th, kids are experimenting too much, and it's like that makes no sense.
No, I hear you on that one.
Experimenting
I hear you on that one, Steels. Because it's crazy. Like I remember to this day when I was in elementary school, because we got it's pre-K through 8th grade in like one school, one building. We don't in Chicago.
Yeah,
They don't have
that's how
middle
it is
school
now.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I remember specifically, we was all planning a field trip to Six Flags, and shit, you not Arnie Duncan. He was the one head of board of education at the time. I would never forget his name because he shot that idea down. Like we had everything prepared. We was gonna raise our own money. He still shot it down. So like I feel that wholeheartedly how they would give certain grades or specific schools that attention just because of certain areas and whatnot. But yeah, no, they would legitimately shut down an idea. The board of education would shut it down just because it's not fitting their agenda.
Oh yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what's happening. Like I said, it's for them, they feel like, oh, up to 4th grade, hey, you could have a dance because they're kids and they're just running around and, whoever's dancing or whatever they're dancing. But all of a sudden in 5th grade, no, they can't dance because they're dancing together, and it's, it's like that. And then it's not even just that. Like, so they have a father-daughter dance, okay? From kindergarten to 4th grade is a father-daughter dance. And it's like, all right, cool, father-daughter dance or whatever, right? They stop it at 5th, 6th, and 7th again. And then in 8th grade, they have the father-daughter dance again. And it's like, what? I'm like, you are making no sense at all. It's a father-daughter dance. So therefore, the fathers will be there with their daughters or, whatever. And it's like, no, they don't want it, and it's crazy how they feel, like you said, they have the agenda that 5th, 6th, 7th grade shouldn't have really anything and this and that. And it's like, I'm like, there's got to be other reasons, but it's like they're not telling nobody. They're like, no.
Every grade should have it.
But it's not
I'm
even just the dance. Like I
what,
said, anything.
And I guess it's like people's egos that get in the way, right? Like they probably saw your wife coming in like, oh, she's just trying to stir things up or change things around, but we like the way things are.
Exactly. But meanwhile, like I said, they got rid of the person that was doing it their way. The person that was doing it their way, they got rid of her. And now they got, my wife who's kind of trying to change things to make it better, but in their, it's like, well, you're not doing it our way, so no. It's like whatever.
When you say
Kinda
they got rid of her,
familiar, right? Like a president.
They voted her out. Spoke.
Who votes the members of the PTA vote, right? It's not like
the Board of Education votes the PTA president.
The Board of Education votes for all of the members of the PTA?
No, the PTA president only.
Just the PTA president?
Then the PTA president brings in whoever she wants pretty much to be the vice president, the treasurer, and whatever like that. There's not even a voting for those positions. Like Holly literally went to the PTA one day and was talking to the lady, and she was like, "Oh, you want to be treasurer?" And she was like, "Okay, sure." And she became treasurer. And then, like I said, she found out like treasurer, you're just there to collect money. You're not there. You can't talk. You can't do that. It's like that, and it's like it's weird.
Well, I don't know, man. It's
hello, Ellie. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, guys. Good morning. That's
speaking of 5th grade dances, welcome area.
Yeah. Yes.
What's up? Good to see you guys.
Yeah,
it's
what's
great
going on,
to talk
buddy?
to Area. I haven't talked to Area in so long.
I was just thinking about that. I go, where the hell has JP been, man? I haven't seen him. And then yesterday and today.
Yesterday, today.
So
yeah.
dreamy.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Oh.
Back to back.
Belly to belly.
So just to close off this this section, JP, do you have any like something that can be done? What do you think could help people be a little more enthusiastic or gung ho about doing like some civil service, like, you know, PTA or Board of Ed or your local government?
Yeah, I don't have any good ideas. I mean, I like Fair Use's idea of it's crazy. I like Fair Use's idea of making it mandatory.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
that's funny.
It's
But, I mean,
not
I think
easy,
it does,
but
yeah, I mean, because I mean, I did do stuff when I was younger. I don't do stuff now, and mostly it's because I just don't want to deal with the crap that comes with it.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but it's different. Like if we were to do it now in our life, in our age right now, it'd be different as opposed to it being something when you're in high school or when you just get out of school. Like, you know, so these could be opportunities that even when we're younger in life that we're taken advantage of, and mostly for everyone to really kind of be part of the system that we're already part of, whether we like it or not. And regardless of whatever transgressions, issues, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, everyone in this country has faced some form of level of, you know, issues, right? Big or small. But we got to change that kind of stuff. We got to change it. And how do we change it? We got to get all the same old kind of comfortable people that have been in there for so long, get them out of here, right? Don't let people get complacent and comfortable. Don't let them get to a point where they've amassed power and influence that they could kind of wield decisions and wield policy decisions on things like that. No, keep it fresh, because the only way we're going to save this thing if we all pitch in to save this thing. Because I also feel like voting should be quote unquote mandatory or a requirement. Like I feel like every person that is able to vote should be voting, even if we got to shut this whole country down. I don't care, bro. Shut it down. What's the problem? We won't make money for a day. Who cares? We got stuff we got to deal with. You know, we shouldn't make it to a point where people, it's like jumping through hoops just to cast a vote. Let's make it easy. Let's make it transparent. Let's make it secure. Let's make everybody partake in the process. You know, like let's keep it fresh, man. You know, that's the way I see kind of changes being able to happen at all levels, right? From the bottom up. Because like the more people stay in power and they amass power and influence, it's just things get harder to change. The older people get mentally, they're going to resist change because they're going to be more risk averse.
Cause man, I bet you there's some of them politicians in there like 88.
Come on.
All they do is probably just be like sign a paper and just go lay back down in bed.
That's it. Take a nap. Take a nap. It's almost lunch.
Just say yes.
Right.
Yeah, I was looking up the like the number of people that participated in the last presidential election that voted, right? And they said it was like 67% of the people, which to me is like an exceedingly high number.
I see that small.
But you still have
it should be a lot more than that. We should have close to 80 plus, right? Like we should have people enthusiastic about this motherfucking vote.
No, yeah, and I'm being cynical because it's like I'm used to seeing numbers like in the 50s, right? So 2/3 to me.
I was about to ask, what was the numbers like in 2000?
It's usually a lot less. It's usually like in the 50s%.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. You gotta remember, like when Obama ran, the numbers went skyrocketed, you know, and all of a sudden everybody wanted to vote. And then the 4 years later, it was like nobody voted again.
Yeah, but the other thing is the way, and I look at presidential elections, and that's probably the wrong way to look at it because that's what people think is like important. And to your the story that you were sharing, I mean, the local elections are just as important, if not more so, because those affect your daily life.
Exactly.
But the thing is, the way that the federal elections work, there's so many votes that don't really even matter because of the electoral system.
Mm.
There's only maybe 6-7 states that are going to decide the presidential election.
That's crazy.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
that whole electoral college thing, man, that's got to go. See, I
that's
also
something
think there's
that-
a lot of quote unquote systems that we majorly need to reform because they've been cast in stone since the 1700s. Nah, man, get out of here
Yeah,
with that, bro. Times change. We got to update a lot of things. But the problem is we can't do simple legislation, let alone tackle the big boy, big girl stuff. We can't do that right now. We can't. It's too divisive in the political state that we're in.
Yeah.
Boobies.
Yeah. No, that's to me that is the problem. It's right now it's just too divisive, and it comes down to political things, and that just seems to be the way it is, and
Right?
I don't know what it's going to take to change that.
Because then it becomes name calling and labeling, and it doesn't become things about actual getting things done. It's all the noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean I think it's a good discussion. I mean,
Electoral
I
votes
appreciate it.
definitely need to go because that really takes a lot of people mindset to go vote away. When they tell you, it all comes down to college electoral votes. What? So you telling me my don't matter? That's basically how a lot of people hear it. Honestly, that's how I heard it when I was taking the Constitution test. I'm like, yo, what you mean that this all that matters? So you telling me I voted, but if it come down to a tie, they look at this and this the all 100% thing that makes this the president. It's just kind of steer people away, makes them think that vote don't count or making that voice hasn't been heard.
Okay, bye area.
And of course, hearing that everything is corrupted also turns people off to not do anything, to not vote or do anything in politics.
We got to get all this out. We got to get all this corporate money out of politics, man. We really do. And then another thing is I feel like politicians should be well educated in certain things that they're passing legislation on. For example, if you're going to be doing a bill around healthcare or something around people's bodies or whatever, you got to come at it from a point of factual, right? And a point of science, maybe consult with doctors and experts in that medical field as opposed to consulting your inner self. Same thing for technological bills. When we get into crypto, for example, Ralph, we want a bunch of 70 and 80-year-old people who have no idea how to send a friggin' email with their phone because it's a flippity flip now. And you want a crypto? What's a crypto? Come on, no. I saw one representative that actually went to college while he was in office to learn. He took some courses in AI and crypto. That's what we should be doing. We'd be making informed legislation, not based on a book that only certain people follow, and not because the wind is blowing this way, so this is what we're gonna do.
Have an actual biologist,
right?
In office, or have an actual person who, like you said, know what crypto is and know what geography actually is in office. And like you said, just set of old people who stuck in the 50s and 60s.
But you know what? I mean, there is something to be said for the people being knowledgeable, but at the same time, we have all these government entities, organizations. The FDA, the FTC, these government organizations, and what the Supreme Court is doing is basically saying, those people aren't to make the rules. The rules have to specifically be legislated by the legislature. And to me, that's like saying, the people who write the stuff are not the experts. They basically, the way they typically write the rules and laws is they defer to the agencies, and then the agencies make rules and stuff.
Smoke, that's what you must have missed it. This is how this whole conversation started, because Ralph played a clip saying that the Supreme Court justice now can take gifts, and
they're being corrupted.
They've
being
always
corrupted.
No, I didn't. I'm saying that, but that's what's happening. So I mean, it's kind of like the only way it's going to change is to get new people in there, but the way the system is set isn't set up for that.
Yeah.
So,
or to not let them kind of gain so much power and influence to where they can do that and hold that kind of power, wield that kind of power.
Yeah.
By having term limits, because I mean, if you can only run for so many terms, and you're not able to be there for 50 years, and get all this support and just kind of pass whatever bills you want, because whatever outside lobby group bringing some money from some project money for your district, you know what I mean? Like all that's got to stop.
Yeah, but I mean, when you, it's interesting because we talk about like there's no term limits for congressmen, right? But they still have to be elected.
Like nobody. Yeah.
The Supreme Court and federal judges are lifetime appointments.
Yeah.
And then you've got like the executive branch led by the president, which is limited to basically 2 terms.
Mm-hmm. I think there should be term limits in the Supreme Court. I think there should be age limits in the Supreme Court.
I totally agree.
Can I read what Beth says?
The same thing for a sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for a judge. Get your old ass out of here. No offense. I'm just saying, when you hit retirement age, retire.
No,
that's what it's there for.
No, death.
Everybody.
Yeah, they saying death is my retirement. Damn it.
Right. I called that hand. All right, bro. Good luck
Let's
with
see
that.
what. Go ahead, Mama Bear.
Beth in the chat says, in my opinion, we don't hold our politicians accountable. We vote for them, but don't check how they are voting on our behalf. I do check. What they say and how they vote are not the same. The whole thing, both sides are corrupt. Frankie D says, get Babchick in there, Smoke.
All right, Frankie D. Yeah, and not to be not that Beth is incorrect. She is correct that we don't hold our politicians accountable. But the vast majority of people who are voting don't even know who their politicians are. They don't even know who their local state rep is. Their congressperson is. And those are the people who are voting, right? So while I'm glad that 67% of people are voting, I wish 100% of the people knew who their politicians were. And a lot of times we don't even get a choice, right? Because you say, oh, why this guy isn't voting the way I want him to vote.
But there's no one else runs against them.
Yeah, either no one else runs against them or, it's a primary where the party basically has already selected who's going to be the person. And, you can't replace him. I mean, and if you're a Democrat, you're not going to necessarily vote for a Republican, or you're a Republican, you're not necessarily going to vote for a Democrat because the person you're voting for isn't supporting your position, because depends on what it is. But I mean, say it's abortion, right? If you're a Democrat and you don't like the way the Democrats voting on abortion issues, you're not necessarily going to vote for the Republican to think it's going to be better. It's almost a never-ending circle. It's
exactly like I always said. I think this and all these differences, like in term limits and legislation, and people staying in power for a long time, and then some people not staying in power for a long time. I think it's purposely made that way so that there's not like one broad stroke of like law. Like, I guess that's, I'm making a guess here that's what their version of checks and balances is, I think. Because I like to say, like, the Constitution and the Bible both are filled with so much contradictions. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's purposely made that way. Like, because we always say things like every case is different, every person is different, right? So then this system is placed in that way so that one person that's tried for murder is probably not going to be tried for murder the same way in a different case. Things like that. But But then you'll get just that, like everyone going out for their own personal interest. I don't know. I'm just trying to
I'd
make
like to
sense
think
of
that
something.
if a person is being tried for murder, they're all going to be tried the same way in the same justice system, right?
Yeah, what I'm saying is
individual
just
cases there
there's
might
different
be things that
outcomes, right?
happen, but right, well, because you got a jury, and there's different things that can happen as a result of that. How the evidence is presented. It doesn't make the justice system that we have perfect and great. No question, needs to be a lot of reform throughout. But yet again, we're not ready for that. But we got to do the best with what we have. At least until that point.
You think that if they started executing politicians, everybody would get along?
No, man, I'm not
beheadings.
Trying to
we don't do that
no
more.
I'm not trying to execute nobody, bro.
Okay.
I don't. Who am I to judge, man? Who am I to judge and take another life? That's not me.
But they judge.
That's not in my hands.
Yeah, but if somebody's gonna do it, I'd rather fair use do it than somebody else.
You're right.
Yeah,
that's not me, bro. I'm not. I mean, it gets very close to home on certain topics, right? Where you're like, oh, if it happened, this was a member of your family. Yeah, but if we remain objective, that's just how I feel. I'm not one particularly fond of like vigilante justice. Because I think that just kind of you're stooping to their level. I mean, I get every crime, every action is different, but an eye for an eye leaves us all blind. You know what I mean? But that's just me. And I just don't think we need to go around locking everybody up, and I don't think we need to be killing everybody that we lock up. I surely don't feel like our prison systems need to be privatized for profit.
What if we did this, fair use? And your comment about you don't want to do it made me think of it. What if we elected people who didn't want to do the job? Because they said,
they'd want to get out of
it.
They'd want to just get out of it. They'd go golfing all the time.
They would say, like, if it was someone, and I'm not saying like just like good people, right? So you would you kind of make it like a. Who would you want to be your leader?
Ron Swansons from Parks and Rec.
No, make me president.
Oh my God!
I'd be an awesome president.
Yeah. I would vote for fair use, but I'm just saying, like, so the people who want to do this stuff are usually narcissists, right? That they think that they can, make decisions for other people. You got to have some quality that most of us just don't have. Yeah. But if you made it like an election where you're voting for like a team leader, right? You don't necessarily have everyone who wants to run. You just vote for who you think would make the best team leader.
Yeah. Kind of like an executive, the CEO, running the company, kind of having his own kind of heads of departments and here and there and helping him out run.
That's why I think Trump did a good job, because he treated it like a business. Why Trump did a good job. Okay, he kept his promises that he did, and he treated it like a business.
Yeah. Although a lot of these businesses do go bankrupt, though.
I was going to say, which business? Trump University?
And he racked up a lot of debt. And I'm just saying that we're complaining about now.
Trump.
Right?
This country was in debt before Trump.
I'm not speaking about any particular person.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. It just seems like the people that are our leaders are the ones who step up. And that's not always the best people. So maybe we put the people in the position who can do the job. Maybe they just don't want to do the job.
Yeah,
but
we throw them in there.
We make it so that they, they don't have a choice. They got to. I don't know. It's a crazy. It's just.
I don't know.
So can I play this clip? Oh, go ahead, Marlon.
Oh, my bad. No, I was saying until we find the puppet master, we'll just blame in office.
We just let the inmates run. Don't let them vote. Just let them run. We can vote for them. Simple to apply term limits there, right? Simple to impeach. Simple to clean up. I don't know.
Check this box for terms and conditions.
Maybe impartial. I don't know.
Is anybody like reading desk comments down there?
No, go ahead. Read it for us, Malbert.
I saw strip clubs and I stopped, like hard pause there.
That's GP. Well, the last
Tracy, you read Beth's and I'll read T Gun and GP Man. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody read her last one. No, I forget where it is.
What is? Oh.
Go ahead, read
But
it.
this one, the last one she says is they won't allow who they don't want to run. Look what they did to Bernie.
Bernie. They shut his little ass up. They shut him down, poor guy.
Yeah.
He could have made some noise. He could have really made some noise.
He's probably the most competent old person in the government.
Right? How old is he now? He still can string up a sentence.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, and then I'll read what GP Man 45 wrote. He wrote, "Same for wives. You get too old, get a newer one."
Yeah, I read that.
Maybe when we get a tax break on the return.
Yeah. And Beth says
on the alimony.
They were going to go after his wife, then he dropped out.
Oh, is that true?
Who knows Beth? Anybody know Beth?
I'm not. No, I don't believe so.
Thanks for being here.
Hi, Beth.
And I'm not
could
sure.
be Patrick's wife.
I'm not sure I've seen Bernie Sanders' partner, his wife. I'm not sure if I've seen a picture. I'm gonna have to pull it up now. I'm intrigued.
I'm not sure either.
Let's play this clip.
It's 95 degrees out. I'm sweating balls, as you can see, but some things don't change. Still got my hot coffee. That's a union cup of coffee. Not for nothing. How is it with the half and half? Not too bad. Not too bad, yeah?
All right. Sorry.
Not too bad.
Why are we
too bad? It's a little coffee break, you know? We like to call it a little coffee break, union time. You know?
Union break. You know what I'm saying?
Right, coffee. They spell coffee as C-A-W.
The coffee.
Yeah, how do they spell coffee?
C-A-W.
Spell coffee, not like harbor. The coffee.
Not harbor. Not harbor.
Good morning, TQ gang.
Good morning.
Gang. What's up, bro?
What's up? Morning panel. Morning, chat.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, TQ.
Oh, it's a great morning. I'm waiting for Saturday so I could be in a video. I'm not going to work.
You're going to be in a music video?
Hell yeah, Ralph.
Music video?
Ralph, you're not ready for it, Ralph.
What?
You're not ready for it, Ralph. You're not ready.
I'm going to try to get my day off Saturday so I can go on and be in a music video.
Ralph, you're telling me you didn't see everything from last night?
I sent you the link. Don't act like I didn't.
Nah, that's why they can't read.
Last night?
What last night?
Oh, damn it.
Where was I?
There was a concert in L.A. at the Great Western Forum. A great show yesterday. It was a great show yesterday.
You was at that Kendrick concert?
Nah, I went to the after though.
Oh, dope.
Oh, damn.
I saw LeBron there.
Yeah, LeBron was in attendance. Everybody that was L.A. Yeah, he was there. Russell Westbrook was there. He was on stage. All that.
I saw DeMar DeRozan was out there because I think he's from Oakland, right? Or from LA, right? He played for Toronto. That's Dre's backyard. He had
Don't bring me in it.
No.
Oh no!
You did nothing wrong. Your man's in there.
Not like us like 6 times.
That was your man's in them. Your bro.
Yeah, some man's in there.
I don't like
That was your man's in there, Tracy.
I don't like Drake.
Now Bieber runs Canada. I don't care about none of that.
Bieber runs Canada.
I don't care about none of that. Bieber. He's the top rapper in Canada right now. Bieber. He has all the friends.
Who says that? Show me the proof.
America.
That's enough proof right there.
America. The red, white, and blue.
God,
but Saturday they're gonna do a video in Compton, like the first part of it. And I'm gonna try to go.
Nice. Wait, who's doing the video? Video for what though?
They Not Like Us.
Oh, they didn't make a video for that yet?
Oh no, he wants the whole West Coast to be in that video, and
That's
yesterday was a
dope.
preview of it.
Bro, yesterday
So
was a beautiful thing.
TQ, one
Yesterday.
of my boys from over here, he's actually flying down there or flying across, whatever you want to call it, to LA to try to be in the video too.
It's Saturday. I better get here
Yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, he's
Singing.
flying out tonight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Saturday. Everybody knows that's out here knows it's Saturday. What was special
Mm-hmm.
yesterday about that little concert? People that aren't familiar with the gang culture, you know how many enemies were on stage that were like sworn enemies, and he got like known people that were actually in battle at that time on stage with each other, and this
Dancing.
from
It was so
different
mixed, man.
sections.
Dancing together,
Man, it was
partying. Yeah.
crazy.
It's a
TQ,
It
beautiful
was
thing.
TQ, it's like the enemy of my enemy, you know. So you
That's
get
right.
yeah,
everybody.
exactly.
The whole world is against Drake. There you go.
It's unification.
Like
It's crazy because
it was so many up there. It looked purple. Like they were
a
so mixed. It
song
looked
did
purple.
this. A song did this, and he even
But
said it on
Who's the
stage.
singer?
Kendrick
oh
Lamar.
my God, Kendrick
Oh,
Lamar,
well,
keep up,
sorry.
Mama Bear.
I'm busy doing
Keep
other
up,
things. I'm
keep up.
trying to.
If we're talking about Drake, it's obviously Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, I apologize.
I'm sorry, Tracy.
You know what it is? It's that she's too tricked up. You know, she's
Yeah,
like,
she's Canadian by default. It's not her fault.
yeah,
It's not her fault.
yeah.
It's not her fault. We'll baptize her. We'll throw some stars on that maple leaf, make her feel American. Fuck it.
No, all you gotta do is add the blue. She got the
Yeah,
red and the white. Just add the blue, and that's it.
Yeah.
yeah. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. You couldn't have told me this growing up. Like this one song will unify a lot of tension.
But TQ, I've always all my life, I've always said the same thing, that music is the thing to make world peace, to get, people together. There's just got to be that one song that, and it's pretty much exactly like what the hell is it called, the movie Bill and Ted. It's the same thing. It's just there's got to be the one song that brings everybody together. And boy, if Kendrick Lamar does it,
We were so close with La Macarena. We were so
Well,
close.
so now, can I ask what's the name of the song?
They not like us. They not like
Okay.
us.
That's
They not like us.
he's bringing world peace, man. Like it's looking like it's gonna bring some type of peace to
I've
that's what I'm
never heard
talking
a
about,
diss
man. It's
record. I've never
crazy.
heard a diss record you
beautiful
could
thing.
dance to. You could play it at parties. You could play it in a club. This is a diss record.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can actually see walk and be walk to this.
This shit is gonna be played at barbecues like R. Kelly music. I'm gonna tell
Every
you this right now.
Juneteenth. Every
100%.
Juneteenth, bro. Every Juneteenth.
I don't know
That's
if
the
anybody
Juneteenth
hears me,
anthem
but
right there, bro.
welcome.
That's the anthem.
For real though, fair now that you say that, I think that
Yeah,
ain't
bro.
gonna
He had the stadium singing the song. My man, shut up. The whole
He played the
stadium
damn song
was
like 5 times, bro. Back to
in
back
a
to back to
row.
back to back to back.
Yo, I was dying because it was like Drake came out. I was like, "Shh, I see dead people," and then it was like, "Dun dun dun dun," and it was like, "One more time." I was like, "Yeah."
He
He was like,
crushed
"One more
them.
time." I was like, oh my
Is this
god!
online that you can go see?
It
Oh,
was.
yeah.
You could. It was on live yesterday, but I guess you could see it online. It's like
Maybe
a
on
3-hour
Amazon
concert.
Prime, maybe. I know it was Amazon Prime was streaming it for free. They may have it
YouTube,
where you could watch it. Or
You could.
Well, just go to
It was all
TikTok and
over
Instagram.
TikTok. I was like, it was all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over YouTube. It was everywhere.
Share the
those
link
the
in the
best-
server.
Right, they the
No.
best
I was
news sources
busy,
ever.
fair use.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
she was busy listening to Drake.
Oh damn, Tracy.
I can't even name one song that he sings. So there you go.
Shaq, nice.
Shaq's
Go ahead,
gonna be
Shaq.
at Beyond.
Yeah, because he be spinning some
Yeah, he
EDM
is.
now.
He's gonna fucking be gone. And he's gonna be on the same time as AC Slater, but I don't care. I'm gonna go see Shaq,
Oh,
dude.
you gotta see Shaq.
Fuck yeah, I
He's a
am.
huge dude, man.
He is.
Stand where you're living at and
Monster.
see Shaq. Crazy lady, he's tall enough.
Shaq is a dope DJ. Shaq is a dope DJ.
He is.
Yeah, he's been doing
Did
some.
you know
Fucking
they
dude, yeah,
put
I
out
love
that
his
one?
bass fucking throw. He throws a lot of bass.
Did you know
A lot of
Shaq and Biggie's song is now on streaming networks now? That you can't stop the rain?
Yeah. I've been had that one, but yeah.
It's barely
saw
on
that.
streaming.
I've never heard it. I've never heard it, but this was my first
Oh
time.
yeah,
hearing.
I've
Like,
had
Shaq
that.
got bars.
I've had that for a
Shaq got
long
bars.
time.
Shaq got bars.
I'm sorry. I'm
People
not.
underestimate. People
I'm not
forget he's
old.
a 3-time platinum selling recording artist. 3-time platinum. 3-time
Yeah,
platinum.
Yo,
that's
Shaq.
facts.
He's
Yeah.
official. He's official.
Shaq's the only sports dude to actually make
Yeah.
commercial success music.
Pretty much. Yep.
Where it made money.
Yep.
Damian Lillard
Yep.
almost. Damian Lillard
AI almost had a
almost.
run, but nah.
I'm gonna ride
I
the
remember
center
his
rail
rap name.
during his set. Fuck
AI
yeah, I'm
almost
going
had a
to.
run. His name was Jules. I couldn't get with that though.
Oh wow, I didn't
Yeah, that
know
was
that.
his rap name, Jules. That was AI
Wow,
rap name, Jules. He said, "Wow."
wow, wow. I didn't know it. No, I'm saying he's like my favorite player. I didn't know this man rapped.
AI.
Who's Shaq?
That's where all that Jadakiss commercial and everything was coming out. That's when he was
He's
about to
DJ
start rapping.
Diesel.
Oh, is that what he goes by?
DJ Diesel.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, Shaq.
yeah, but that, yeah.
Man, I seen Drake is selling all his American homes. What's up with that?
I think he bought a house in
Shit.
Texas.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's selling all his American homes because he knows he's not going to be able to be here that much sooner.
Man, he
bought
got
a huge-
monetized.
He's going to have to go back up to Canada.
He got a huge house in Texas. He bought with like a lot
Yeah.
of land for a few
Telling
million.
you. He's gonna
And,
he's gonna start selling everything. He's gonna move back to Canada and he's gonna be with Snow singing Informa.
Rio.
As long as he stays in Toronto.
Not to look into it too much, but I think Texas has some kind of law with like statutory and all that around the 16, 17, and something around that with age limits. Since we were talking about term limits and age limits, I think that state might have some as to why he may have chose that for himself going forward if he's going to be in America.
Yeah.
As
You know, they got that Mexico law.
Right.
Huevo.
The Mexico law that, 15 years old. Hey, parents say it's okay, and okay, we're getting married.
Only in Mexico.
No, it's going to Texas. That's what Ferry's is saying.
Ah, fuck no.
Yeah, I read something about how like they have some kind of law in that state around that.
Is it by Laredo?
Well, it'd be the whole state, but something around the statutory side of it to where potentially could benefit someone who may be facing certain charges, kind of stuff, or at least to be able to have a playground where those kind of charges wouldn't be filed, for example. But it's too early for that.
Ralph, are you still with us?
Yeah, man.
It's already at the 2-minute mark, so probably not.
Houston.
That's all I need. It's more than I can handle.
Strip clubs out there in Houston.
It's more than I can handle. Bring your music down to H-Town.
Ralph,
Man.
yeah, Ralph?
Nope.
Oh, let's just say it's at the 2-minute mark, so he probably got booted.
Yeah, man.
That's right, TQ. I just don't watch baseball in Houston, but I'll get down with the Rockets. They got a nice little squad. I didn't realize their arena was where it was, like downtown like that. It was down there all the time.
It's smack in the ghetto. It's smack in the fucking ghetto.
But most stadiums are. Most stadiums are.
You know what? I was just about to say that. Even the Dodger Stadium, people think it's on top of the hill. But as soon as you come down that fucking hill, you're in gang territory. 18th Street, MS.
TQ,
right there.
when I went there,
Echo
I was
Park.
that's how I was like, all right, I'm going to Dodger Stadium. What? We drove there. When I saw the neighborhood, I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's welcome
I was
to
like,
LA.
I definitely should not be here with a white lady.
What up? Like, what up, cuz? What up there, cuz?
Welcome to LA. Nah, I want to go to the Yankee Stadium. I seen the picture of it. And it's smack in the middle of the neighborhood. I go, oh shit.
Come out.
Yeah, Baltimore Ravens too.
Come out, TQ.
Baltimore Ravens is in the ghetto.
Oh, I ain't going to no fucking B-more. I want to live still. I want to live. I'm not leaving LA to go to Baltimore. That's like from worst to worst.
About to be up in Brooklyn on Saturday.
Oh, you going?
Posted up in Brooklyn on Saturday. Yeah, we're taking a train out there.
Nice.
See, that's what's tight about New York, man. That's why I want to go to New York. It's crazy how everybody from LA want to go to New York. New York want to come to LA, and people in LA be like, "Why the fuck you want to come out here?"
Only the weather. Only.
Why? Tell me why
Well,
people want to go to New York.
I just
New
want to
York
see
is
the
like,
Statue of Liberty where the World Trade Center once stood.
What you gonna get beat up by a gang of rats, bro? What you mean? Like what?
I know I heard them rats like human, them master splinters over there.
Bro, they got
I ain't real
3 million
sure.
rats, bro. I got a video where a rat like killed a rat, bro. Like took him under a garbage can and just like demolished him.
Oh hell no, that's gonna creep me out. But I want to go because I know the Ninja Turtles live out there, and I'm a big fan. I'm a
Yeah,
big
they'll
fan.
protect you. They'll protect you.
Yeah, what, the rats?
No.
No, the Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, I was about to say no. They not gonna
Well,
protect
they got
you.
enough rats to form a Megazord out them mofos.
Listen, Tracy, I'm around enough hood rats all day. I don't need to go to somebody else's hood to be around their rats. I'm okay. I speak fluent hood rat. Look, I know what to say. I know what to say.
Oh, there he goes. He's back.
Yeah.
The time is about to be over, just to let you guys know. But thanks for
we
the
know.
great conversation.
Don't you go be a steaming pot of cold brew now. Start another show.
I should though. It's hot as maybe I'll be able to do a TikTok if anybody wants to join and do all that stuff.
Oh, you do TikTok lives?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Put the link in the Discord, bro.
Yeah, TQ, you didn't know he's trying to be a TikTok influencer?
No, I didn't know this.
You trying to
This is
learn
new
dances.
news.
You
This
trying to
ain't
learn
fake
Yeah,
news.
man.
This is new news. I didn't know this. Raphael, son?
Yeah, he's
What
doing
you gonna do?
dances. He's doing TikTok dances and everything on there, TQ.
He does.
Wait, Ralph dance?
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Area got like 5 pictures of him.
A Sasquatch sighting. Oh, perfect.
I got one.
We don't want to know about your pictures, Mama Bear.
I don't want to know about those pictures, Tracy.
Yeah, you send those across the phone. You know that's technically
GP man.
pornography. That's in pornography.
GP man, yeah. For us, yes. For Mama Bear, sin ropa.
That's
Tracy,